Yo guys, it's FittyWrap here. Today we're back with another YouTube video, and we will be testing out the might of the low tier British, the Hurricane. Now the Hurricane Mark II is a lot better, but these Hurricanes have so much firepower for their tier. It's insanity. You see the Spitfires, they perform better, yeah. Oh god, German accent, perfect. We're gonna talk British the whole video. Yes, they perform better, yeah. But the chaps flying the Hurricanes are the ones that were really noticed. The Hurricanes consisted of the exact same firepower as the Spitfires, but 0.7 battle rating under. So here's how battle rating works. You have 0.3, 0.7, and then 0.0. So, for instance, 4.0, 4.3, 4.7. They may sound like small differences, but they truly are, but they truly do make it larger. If you're 4.7, you're going to be up-tiered with planes that are 5.0, 5.3, and 5.7 a lot. If you're 4.3, there's a chance of it, but most likely you're going to stay down there with the 4.0s, and you're going to be the higher up tier, or you're going to be the down tier, also known as. And then the 0.0. The 0.0 pretty much has like a very slim chance of 4.0 seeing a 5.3. Like it's pretty much unheard of. It might see a 5.0, but it won't see a 5.3 unless the 5.3 squatted with the 5.0. But then War Thunder's matchmaking system computer should kick in and find that and bring it out of the game. Alright, so it looks like over here we have some sort of Doe 17. Doe being the German plane company of Dornier. Doe is the abbreviation for Dornier. Okay. That's an MC-202. Pretty sure that's an Italian plane. That's a Heinkel 100. That's a really good plane. Heinkel 112. That plane's Looks like this Dornier 17 wants to head on me. What are you doing, mate? Look, man, you put yourself into this one. This pickle was your fault. So I had to kill your gunner. One of the Hanses must die. He's not giving up. He's like, to the last Han standing. To the last Han standing. Listen, man, just give up, man. These British 303s are too much for you. No, they're not. He's absorbing these 303s like nothing. Oh no, I got his fuselage. It's over for him. There's not even a chance of him making it back anymore. Oh, yep, there goes that wing control. You don't need that, chap. You don't need wing control. Who am I kidding? Oh, you don't need that engine. Oh no. Oh, no, you don't need your pilot or anything. Goodbye. Holy crap, how much ammo did we start out with? 2,800 rounds and we have 550 left? My god, this thing chews ammo. We might be able to do one more run. We need better conversions. I blame that partially on myself because I use very bad conversions for those assaults. Bring it, Heinkel 112. You want to kill me, yeah? Want to kill me, yeah? Yeah? Want to kill me, yeah? Come on, P400. Get that Heinkel 100. Don't let him kill the B18. Oh, B18 looks like he's in a pickle. Ooh, that's not funny. Alright, come on, let's move, Hurricane. I know Hawker built you correctly. B18, not when you dive at 300 knots. Not when you dive at 300 knots. Okay, this P400 needs help, but this Heinkel 112 finally turned. Oh, that's a BO. That thing has cannons. That's a cannon bird right there. That's what we call here in Britain a tea maker. But luckily we got him smoking. Oh! We're about to run out of ammo. We have 51 rounds. And we're out. You see these? So those 51 rounds, when you have 8 303s, that's a lot. So it just chug us those rounds. Oh god, oh god. Yes, get that hike at 112, yes! You all are heroes. Even if you do lose this fight, which hopefully you won't, because that hike at 100 should die in a minute, and 2 P400s should be able to take a hike at 100. And the hike at 100, he's about to die, so. And the hike at 100's in a bad maneuver there. I'm pretty sure the P400 will stall first, but if P400 can get shots off. Oh, never mind. 1 P400 crashed, so now it's a Heinkel 112 and a Heinkel 100 versus a P400. It's a sad day for that American. If he wasn't such a Tommy. I was racist. If he wasn't such a Tommy, though, seriously, and didn't just go in and cowboy that attack. He didn't have that attack planned out at all. He just cowboyed it. Like, yeehaw, we'll do it. We got this, boys. Alright, pretty good landing because, well, we're in a British state-of-the-art machine. A British state-of-the-art machine. Isn't that something? How nice Mr. Churchill was himself to provide us with the best of the best. No enemy aircraft can compare to the mighty Hurricane. Not even not even the Me-262. Not even the MiG-17. Nor the MiG-21. Nor the MiG-15. Nor any of the Yaks. No planes as good as the good old Hurricanes. Look at a magnificent takeoff and a giant landing gear which retracts in no time. This P400 can't catch this WWII, but as you can see, we're making good progress. A nice spacious cockpit in here. As you can see, there's lots of room. Could pack a sleeping bag. As you can see, we have a wallet in here in case we want to stop, get any tea, anything of that sort. Now we have a Stuka. German machinery. Looks like they're ganging up on the poor American. Look at the American. He's running to us for help. He's like, save me, I didn't plan this to happen. Ah, it's the same American that rednecked the last plan. Holy moly! Look man, you gotta watch where you're flying. Bad gun conversions have caused us to miss our target. However, this is not the end for the Hawker Hunter. Not the Hunter, the Hurricane. He's firing at us with his rear 30 cal, so we return fire. It hit some engine and give him some engine problems. We get his cooling system and decide he's dead meat. It looks like he attempts to pursue us, but fails as his engine overheats and he has to cool it down. Our Hurricane is battle scarred, yet still able to fight, and maneuvering in for its last maneuvers to escape the Stuka. The Stuka, a powerful tankery machine it is being lost by the will of the British pilot. Michael Sullivan. A pilot ace, his name being known as FittyWrap or FittyWrap. It seems he turns around to see that he is still being stalked by a Ju-87. As you can see, his cockpit is filled with holes from totally scarred by the attack of the Stuka. That big one barely missed him as he ducked his head over here to lick his window. He shortly turns around to verse the Stuka again, but the Stuka catches onto his plan and goes in a head-on with him. The Stuka, not being an experienced pilot, cannot kill the mighty Hurricane. The Stuka turns back, but lacks some maneuverability, forces it to pull off and not able to follow us. The mighty Hurricane pilot turns back again, engaging with one last salvo, and gets the plane's engine. The plane soon lights up into a giant blue ball of flame, and soon hits the ground. The pilot of the non-trained pilot of the Stuka had no chance, but as you can see, the Hurricane has lost its oil, its liquid cooling system and stuff as well. Thank God to the Hurricane's design, it is very aerodynamic and still pierces the air without using pretty much any engine power. The Stuka watches in amazement as the Hurricane comes in for a perfectly safe landing after being battle scarred by 330 cows. The Stuka's like, the Stuka whispering to himself, how can this be? I totally raped that dude. The Hurricane pilot goes, not this time you didn't. The Stuka pilot cries as he burns up in his own aircraft. British patrols come and attempt to help him out, but he tells them to leave him as he is ashamed that he died humiliatingly to the pilot of a Hurricane. The Hurricane, still being fine, repairs and rearms his vehicle. He goes into the sick bay and gets a few bandages for his arms. He also has a blood wound gushing out of his throat and one in his armpit. He goes to put on his deodorant, noticing the blood gash wound in his armpit. Considering how manly he is, from British Royal Air Force or RAF training camp, he still puts it on. He puts on his right guard deodorant and he's fine. Hopping back into his airfield, he taxis back to take off procedures. He can see that him and the Tommies have totally dominated the battlefield. The Germans stand no chance and have no chance of pushing them back now. Only 2 of their pilots from the battalion remain, as 4 of our pilots from the battalion remain. Considering both battalions had 9 members or pilots each, the Germans only consist of 2 and we consist of 4. 2 Spitfires, a Hurricane and a P400. So 3 British, the Hurricane, which Captain Michael Sullivan was flying. The 2 Spitfires, one below him and one in front of below him, and then the American, the P400, the Tommy plane. That still being the plane that went in YOLO, or you only live once, and risked his life because he is such a brave airman. At the same time, bravery and intelligence are 2 different things, and it requires both to win a war. It seems that the Americans only consist of 1. The P400 sees his next prey, the Heinkel 100, and the Hurricane catches on to his plan, following him into the battle. The Ju-88 is also there, so the P400 thinks that he can use his bravery and Tommy skills to distract the Heinkel 100 while he goes in for the kill of the Ju-88 bomber. Schnellbomber. Sullivan makes his way in for the kill. However, it looks as if the P400 has actually got on to the Ju-88. The Ju-88 is taking immense fire from the P400, but the Ju-88 manages to snipe the P400 with his front gun, the Ju-88 tumbling to the ground. FittyWrap, spotting the Heinkel 100, decides to go into a head-on engagement with him for the bravery of Britain. He gets a hit on him, and since that thing has so many cooling systems, it almost lights up as a fireball. Knowing he's probably dead meat, he goes in for the kill of the WWII while he still can. The Heinkel 100 gaining on his tail. He goes in for the kill of the Schnell bomber, getting close and personal. The WWII drops its bombs and kills some of our targets and tries to gain its speed. However, it's no use. But the WWII manages to snag a wing right off of the Hurricane. The Hurricane goes tumbling down. Luckily, the pilot jumps out a few feet before smashing into the ground, hitting a tree with his shoulder, pulling it severely out of place. The WWII may live for now, yet he doesn't have much chance of a long life. The WWII finally gets behind our lines and manages to bomb out the remaining forces. Meanwhile, Captain Michael Sullivan marches back to the base bravely with his hurt shoulder. He also has a giant gash going all the way down his leg, and you can literally see through the other side at some points. As he walks, he's attacked by a British soldier. A German soldier. This soldier, Lieutenant Hans Franz Warren, tackles him into the dirt. The two men tussle, but after a while, FittyWrap manages to throw him off, making a run for a stick. Warren still chasing him, manages to tackle him again, but it's too late as Franz already has the stick. He rolls over, smacking Warren in the face with the stick. The men still begin to tussle. After at least 40 minutes of severe hand-to-hand combat, Lieutenant Warren manages to hit FittyWrap in the face hard enough to knock him out. Lieutenant Warren from the battle has taken 2 bullet shots and 2 stab wounds from FittyWrap. His challenge from his Führer was to drag a British soldier back to the base. Franz knew he would not be able to complete this task, but never gave up, as his Führer taught him. While dragging, FittyWrap starts to look up and see trees and squirrels as he's being dragged across the dirt. He reaches into his pocket for his service pistol, and Franz, still pointing forward, dragging him, does not notice that he's awoken. Or woke. FittyWrap quickly puts 2 shots into the man's back, and he falls over in agony. FittyWrap gives him a med kit and a day of supplies, and starts marching off. He also finds a vehicle and tows another behind it, dragging it to the man. He gives him the vehicle and a full storage of gas and points the way of the German line. The man nods and he crawls to the vehicle and takes off that way. Meanwhile, FittyWrap, still getting back to his own lines, passes out and has to sleep out in the forest for 2 days. He has to encounter 2 rivers, but luckily he was able to build a raft to carry his vehicle across. By the time he got back to the base, he was given the Purple Heart for risking his life to kill the WWII A4 Schnell bomber, knowing he was extending his plane out, making him an easy target for not only the WWII, but the pursuing lightning-fast Heinkel 100D1 fighter. FittyWrap looked to the stage and grabbed the microphone of the Fox News reporter. Speaking loudly into the microphone, he says, "It is not my job I do the job of the civilian, so the civilian doesn't do the job of me." This quote became famous throughout the history of British warfare. And all British soldiers are inspired by Captain Michael Sullivan.